Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shay. I'm a mum of 3. I work full time and I'm a property investor. So in this video, I want to talk a little bit about my approach to money and how that changed in my 20s versus my 30s, because I feel like we put a lot of pressure on ourselves when it comes to this idea of money, and sometimes it's good to sit and kind of reflect. So the first concept I want to talk about is saving versus investing. So in my 20s, it was very much about save your money for everything. If you wanted to buy a new car, you save your money and then you splurge. You wanted to go to a fancy restaurant, you save your money, you splurge. You wanted a new outfit, you save your money, you splurge. And don't get me wrong, in my 20s, the whole idea of investment, I feel like in this day and age, there's a lot more information, there's a lot more knowledge around investing. Back when I was 20, which was not that long ago, there wasn't that much around, there wasn't that much information. It was very much kept to, a different sect of people in terms of how you can invest your money wisely. And unfortunately, with the background that we grew up in, there wasn't a lot of knowledge about money. We don't talk about money a lot, especially in our culture, in the Black culture. We don't really talk about money. Sometimes it's seen as a taboo. So in terms of, investing, that wasn't really something that was around when I was 20. So it was more about, save your money. If you want something, you got to save your money to buy what it is that you want to buy. In my 20s, when it was, save, splurge. In my 30s, it's more about, let me invest my money, scrape off the profit, and then use that to buy what it is that I need to buy, and my capital is still there. In the long run, when you hold money in cash, most times you tend to lose money, as opposed to if you invest it. Instead of just saving. The idea now is I invest my money, let the profits build up from that investment, get the profit out, so my capital's still there, and I use the profits to splurge. The second approach that's changed for me in my 20s versus my 30s is spending on, items, material things, or spending on myself. So in my 20s, it was very much about the things that I could accumulate. It was about, the outfits that I wanted to buy, the latest gadget, the latest phones, the latest Walkman. Guys, that's saying something about my age. But yeah, those of you that know Walkmans, Walkmans. If not CD, of course, CD players. Wow. But anyway, it was all about, accumulating material things, the new shoes, the bags, whatever it is. In my 20s, it was all about spending on things. Whereas guys, in my 30s, it's all about self-care. It's all about getting my nails done. It's all about getting my facials, the spa days. It's about spending quality time with my friends, with my family. In my 20s, it was definitely about the things, the stuff. In my 30s, mate, it's about holidays. It's about the things that you cannot physically sometimes hold on to. And now my third approach is more kind of linked to my first one, which is about saving and investing, but it's more about the way I perceive or I look at things now. So in my 20s, it was very much about me working for my money, whereas in my 30s, it's more about my money working for me. So what that means is, in my 20s, it was all about, if I wanted to go on holiday, I needed to save the money from my, monthly income and then go on holiday. And at that point, it was very much like, yeah, I've got to work for that money so that I could splurge and, get what it is that I wanted. Whereas in my 30s, it's very much about, what can my money do for me? How can I make my money, my monthly income, work for me? How can I make it stretch? And that's where the whole idea of investing comes in, because if you invest into something, again, don't get me wrong, when you're investing, it is risky depending on, your risk level. It depends on what it is that you're investing in. People invest in property like, we do, me and my husband do. Some people invest in stocks and shares. Again, we do a bit of that because we have a diverse portfolio. Some people do in cryptocurrency. Whatever it is, there's always going to be an element of risk when it comes to investing. But what I do find is with investing, you're able to make your money work for you. So not only do you have your capital, i.e. the money that you've invested into something, the profits, the dividends, the money that you get on top of that, that's your money working for you, because then you can take that and go on holiday. The idea is my money is now working for me. It's like I've employed my money to work for me. And that's the difference for me in my 30s. Now, I feel like if there was somebody that could have told me in my 20s, kind of what I know now in my 30s, my approach to money, my financial security would completely change. And I feel that I would definitely be a lot further on in terms of my financial goals. But this is why hopefully I'm hoping everybody that watches this video, whether you're in your 20s, your 30s, or your 40s, whatever it is, gets a bit of inspiration to kind of change your approach to money. Start thinking about it now, that it's not just about, you know, save, 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 save. Sometimes you do need to invest so that your money works for you. You know, there comes a time where you shouldn't just be slaving, even paycheck to paycheck, like month to month, and for you to get the benefit of what you want in life, you know, whether it's the holiday, whatever it is, you're having to slave month for it. Why don't you let your money work for you? You know, change your approach to money. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.